Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into a massive global conspiracy. We're talking environmental terror, organized crime, and one woman's relentless, high-stakes search for the truth, all at the center of the thriller, Hysteria. This single sentence right here, spoken by our protagonist, Luna Stratman, well, it's the engine for the entire story. It's not just a line, it's her mission statement. It's what's going to pull her from this world of abstract thought into a very real and dangerous fight. See, for her, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about finding out what's real, no matter how ugly it gets. So, who exactly is Luna? Well, on the surface, she's living a life most people can only dream of. She's the heir to this huge shipping fortune, surrounded by super yachts and private jets. But underneath all that, she's grappling with these huge ideas, debating philosophers like Hume and Machiavelli, just desperately searching for something real in a world that feels completely fake to her. And this slide just nails the two worlds she's stuck between. On one side, you've got all the glamour, right? The super yachts, the fancy lifestyle, the high-minded debates. But bubbling right under that polished surface is this brutal, ugly reality, a world of murder, toxic waste, and unbelievable human suffering. And she is about to crash right into it. So what's the spark that lights this fire? It's the murder of her friend, a journalist named Paola Fulci, who got way too close to a dark secret. Suddenly, this isn't some philosophical thought experiment anymore. This murder is the violent push that shoves Luna out of her ivory tower and straight into the center of a deadly investigation. Luna's investigation pretty quickly points her toward this clandestine network known only as the eco-mafia. And let me tell you, this is not your typical organized crime syndicate. Their business is global, their methods are incredibly sophisticated, and their product? Pure environmental devastation. Okay, get this. The core of their operation, they call it the ghost ship conspiracy, is just, it's genius in the most evil way possible. You buy a worthless, rusted-out ship, then you get paid a fortune to fill it with the world's most toxic, most radioactive waste, and then you deliberately sink it in the middle of the ocean and cash in on a massive insurance policy. It's a perfect, horrifying cycle of pollution and profit. And here's exactly how they pull it off, step by step. First, as you see in step 1, they take an old ship, something like the Rosso, and they just pack it full of hazardous gunk. Step 2, they sail it into dangerous waters and intentionally wreck it. Step 3, the crew sends out a phony mayday call, gets conveniently rescued, and the ship, along with all the evidence, sinks to the bottom of the sea. And the grand finale, step 4, they collect a huge insurance payout from underwriters at Lloyd's of London. Easy as that. And this part will just give you chills. Intercepted phone calls show the code they used to confirm that another ship packed with poison has been successfully sunk, the evidence gone forever. They talk about it like it's the birth of a child. The baby is born, it's a boy. The absolute coldness of it is just staggering. But you have to understand, this isn't some victimless crime happening on a spreadsheet somewhere. The massive profits from this global enterprise are built on a foundation of truly unimaginable human suffering. Let's just talk about the scale here for a second. The estimated worldwide value of this illegal business is 4 trillion euros. I mean, that's a number so huge, it's almost impossible to even wrap your head around. It's basically its own economy, bigger than many countries, all built on secretly poisoning our planet. And the investigation uncovers how this whole network connects to other horrors. They find the diary of a German engineer in Tanzania, and it details how, in places gripped by extreme poverty, persecuted albino children are literally hunted for their body parts, which are then sold to sorcerers for good luck potions. It is a gut-wrenching look at the absolute depths of human desperation and greed. And if you want to see the direct consequences, look no further than the coast of Somalia. After the 2005 tsunami, containers of this toxic waste actually washed ashore. The result was a massive health crisis. People were suffering from chemical burns, respiratory failure, even paralysis. And the local fishing industry, the only thing these communities had, was completely wiped out, basically overnight. So the billion-dollar question, right? Who could possibly be behind a conspiracy this huge, this cruel, and this profitable? Well, the answer is a global web of powerful, well-connected people, all operating deep in the shadows. The cast of characters here is just chilling. You've got Sergio Canzi, an Italian engineer and arms dealer.
His American counterpart, Joe Strano, who was behind that infamous toxic ship, the Chian Sea. On the ground, you have local warlords like the Sultan, who control the coastline and provide protection. And weaving through all of it, shadowy figures from various secret services, making sure the tracks are always covered. It's a nearly perfect global network of crime.
And believe it or not, they didn't just stop with sinking ships. They actually developed something called Project Dodos, which is this terrifyingly high-tech method for getting rid of waste. The idea was to pack radioactive material into these huge, 25-meter-long torpedoes. They called them penetrators, and then fire them from a ship at 80 miles per hour straight into the soft ocean floor, burying the evidence literally forever.
Which brings us right back to Luna. From the bridge of her own high-tech superyacht, which is ironically named Hysteria, she has to use everything she has, her money, her connections, her intelligence, to piece together this sprawling, deadly puzzle. She's the one who has to connect the ghost ships, the murder of her friend, and these powerful, untouchable men.
And so, at the end of it all, we're left with this one crucial question. In an ocean of deceit, where governments, corporations, and criminals are all in on it together, can one person's search for something real actually bring the truth to the surface? Or will she just become the conspiracy's next victim?